Of course. Ooh!
You okay? Cortez, we have Ann Bryson. Need a pickup.
On my way, Commander.
Copy that. You see the shuttle, you run. Don't look back.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Oh boy. Get rid of these before they can react. Oh, really?
You need to get rid of that harvester.
God.
We'll bring it down.
What the hell did I just do? That was one hell of a chain reaction. We got it. That was easy. Hot damn, the thing got owned. It must have been surrounded by a bunch of explosives.
Okay, Cortez, get in here.
So my flare just set off a right chain reaction. That was awesome. Oh, there's a first aid kit down there.
Shuttle ready for evac, Commander.
I don't wanna. Oh god.
Everybody, let's go!
Double time. Excuse you. What a douche. There's another mod editor. Anything else? No? There is another first aid kit. There we are. Or medkit, whatever you want to call them. Oop. What the hell are you doing? I don't know what the Marauders do. They either turn cannibals into Marauders, or they just power them up. Really have no idea. Ba-bam, ba-bam.
You okay?
Yeah, Commander. I think so. I blacked out.
Leviathan took control of you. We cut the connection before you got hurt.
Leviathan itself? That's incredible.
The Reapers seem as interested in it as we are.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way.
We were hoping you could help us figure out why. But first... Doctor, I have some bad news.
Anne, please. Suppose Leviathan's broken away from the other Reapers. Never went back to dark space. Like a rogue, or even a defector. I have to call my father. He'll want to know.
Oh.
Anne, you need to listen to me, okay? Your father is dead. I'm sorry.
He's... what? Dead? He can't be dead.
We met with him, hoping to find out what he knew. Something happened.
Something happened?
You're not the first to lose control. Your father's assistant. One minute he was fine, the next... he drew a gun on your father. I couldn't stop him.
I can't believe this.
We have to find out what's behind it all. You're the only one who can help us. Anne?
I want to see his office.
We'll arrange for transportation. Meet you there.
Well, there we go. There's that mission. So I guess we're next doing another investigation in the lab again, I guess. Now it's just a matter of what next. Can't imagine that we're that far from the end of it.
Commander, there's a new message at your private terminal.
Ooh. Really? From what? Still kicking. Grace Sato. Oh! Commander Shepard, just want to say how indebted I am to you, not just for saving my life, but for giving me a greater sense of purpose. After our ordeal securing the array base on Ontarom, I now know I have something more than my technical expertise to offer. I was wondering who the hell that was. Alright. Alright, time to leave. We do still have one, yeah, the wreckage to find. Well, I was about to say, it should already be on the map. And there's 300. Alright, boom. So back to the Citadel once more. I just want to go through all these again just to see that they're all 100. I'm pretty sure they are. Hundo, 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 hundo. It's looking like we're going to finish Leviathan and then make a stop on or in Shadow Sea. Yeah, it's looking that way. No guarantees, but as I say, it's the way it looks. Alright, Bryson's lab. Again! I'm still wondering, like, what the hell is the result for this going to end up being? We get Leviathan on our side. That's really the only thing I can think is going to happen. It might be a pretty juicy war asset, I suppose. Trying to think. The war assets I got from Omega. I think I got like 400 to 500 or something. Maybe more. Can't remember. Eddie's not here. What? Ah, there she is.
Hello? Anne? Are you here?
She's upstairs.
Anne?
Oh, Commander. Yes, I'm sorry. Just... This is hard.
Of course. Are you all right?
Yes. No. I don't know. My father and I didn't leave things in a great state.
An argument?
Yes. It was trivial. A disagreement on how to file some of the specimens. I was mad about something else. I don't remember what. I took it out on him. So stupid.
It's all right. I can come back.
No, please. I'm okay. Seeing all this again, he was so obsessed. Crazy sometimes.
I didn't get a chance to know him.
Oh, sometimes I felt the same way. He was a great man. A pioneer. But he could be distant. I felt like an inconvenience growing up.
You sound angry.
I was angry. Still am, I guess. But sometimes, he was so full of stories, he nearly burst. I love that about him. It's why I signed up for this work. I can't believe he's gone.
We'll figure this out.
We have to. I need to know what's on the other end of that artifact. What he died for.
We need your help. You're our last chance.
You're right. Let me dig into my father's work to see what I can find.
Anne, you sure you're up for this?
Yes. When Leviathan took control of me, I remember being somewhere cold and dark. But my father taught me to never be afraid of the dark.
What the hell is this? Oh, talk to N. I don't even know if there's all that much to do. Oh,
Hey, loco. Need a hand?
what are you here?
What brings you down here, James? Heard you're closing in on the Reaper killer. Anything that can scare those bastards has to be worth a look. That's what I'm hoping. Commander, you see this thing? This is great! Hey, Edie, husk bites, they don't turn you into a husk or anything, right?
I recommend you apply Metagel.
Okay, is he good now?
Hey, if nobody claims this thing, we could take it with us. You know, for research or, I don't know, whatever.
He gets really close to it. Oh, deliver this to your cabin? Hell yeah.
Alright, just don't tell anybody. Nice! You think Esteban will let me set up bowling pins in the cargo bay?
What a weird thing to say. You know everything? I guess so. Well, we took the experiment. Not bad.
I'm still amazed your father got his hands on a piece of a Reaper.
He was so excited. Your claims validated years of work.
Did you take appropriate steps to prevent indoctrination?
Of course. It was completely shielded, and we all had regular psych evals. But now, thanks to the artifact, I'm indoctrinated anyway, aren't I?
Yep.
Might as well be a Rachni drone waiting for orders from the Queen.
Oh, her walk cycle is busted.
You studied the Rachni?
I wrote my dissertation on them. My father thought it was a waste of time, but now, it might actually help us understand Leviathan.
In what way?
We think of the Rachni as telepathic, but there's really no such thing. At short range, the Queen uses pheromones to give orders. At long range, she uses an organic kind of quantum entanglement communicator. Whatever Leviathan does must be similar, entangling particles to stimulate neural activity. It uses the artifact to establish a connection, and then it controls the mind of anyone near it.
Okay, where the hell are you going?
We didn't detect any energy emissions from the artifact.
But the Reapers were able to use the artifact to trace Leviathan somehow.
My theory is that most of the time, the artifact simply acts as a receiver. We'll only be able to trace Leviathan through it when it actively takes control of someone.
As it did on the asteroid.
Right. Unless it needs something, Leviathan doesn't bother communicating. I guess it and my father had something in common.
You said Leviathan's control was similar to a quantum entanglement communicator, which is untraceable.
Yes, but this isn't a natural QEC. Leviathan has to send a pulse through the artifact to alter your mind and create the quasi-QEC effect.
And that can be traced.
Right. Just like at the dig site. The Reapers were tracing the signal by activating the artifact. My father wanted to be at that dig site. He was getting too old for long digs, but he hated being stuck in the lab. He nearly missed my graduation because he was on a dig. Showed up still wearing his field gear. God, he'd have hated dying here.
Anne, I know this is hard, but if there's anything more you can tell us.
I don't think there's anything more I can tell you. But maybe I can show you.
What are you saying?
The artifact only sends out a signal when Leviathan's controlling someone. So let it control me. You could trace the signal.
You mean let it take you over? That's too dangerous.
It's my call, not yours. You said I'm your last chance to find this thing.
We have no idea what will happen.
If we wait, the Reapers will get to Leviathan first. I'm the only one here who's spent enough time with it to do this. You're looking for something to fight the Reapers, Commander. I'm looking for the monster that murdered my father.
We still don't know what we're looking for.
Then let's find out.
Alright.
Commander, this thing we're doing with Anne sounds dangerous as hell.
Noted. Edie,
Energy signature locked in. Waiting for activation.
you sure about this?
Yes. I'm sure.
I'm gonna be right here.
Okay. I'm ready.
James, drop the containment shield.
Shield is dropped.
Artifact online.
Anything?
Nothing yet. Wait. There's something. I feel a chill.
Edie?
No trace yet.
Holy hell!
Signal is tracking. Maintain connection.
Turn back. The darkness can't be breached.
Maintain connection.
Listen to me. I found you, and the Reapers are right behind me.
You have brought them.
You're a threat.
So are you. I've seen what you can do. The war needs you.
There is no war. There's only the harvest.
Edie, do we have enough?
Partial lock. Maintain connection to narrow the search.
You heard her. We got enough. I'm hitting the shield.
Do it.
Man,
Anne, are you all right?
Yes. I think so.
Did we get anything?
Yes, but it will take some time to search. Coordinates sent to the Normandy.
Good. It's a start.
Commander, I sense something else. Anger.
It knows we're getting close.
I think it wants to kill you.
Come on. Let's get you some help.
Hooray! Leviathan scan locations. Okay. Back to the Normandy. Again. Is James in the car? It doesn't show him, so I guess not. I think we're closing in on the final mission. Seems like it. Though I will admit, I could just be assuming. I more than likely am just assuming, but oh well. It'll be fine. I'm sure. No message? Fine. Alright. Oh. So that's what it's unlocked. The other system's in Sigurd's Cradle. Okay. Oh, well, we have a few. Wait, if I do 22, 66, yeah. Okay, so there's 11% of assets. Or each asset you find is worth 11%. Nutus is a hydrogen helium gas giant with high nitrogen content. It had several colonized moons. Nutus's moon, Etrant, was home to small-time Terminus Systems warlord Rashtek Jas, who extracted tribute from the colonists on Triginta Petra and any travellers who, stopping by to refuel on Helium-3. Rashtek's small navy appears to have fled to safer pastures in advance of the Reaper invasion.
Signal confirmed.
So Lacanix is far enough from its F-class star that its temperatures are almost horrible to sapient life, but its extremely thin atmosphere makes it almost as hostile as a vacuum. As such, the planet was uninhabited. Mining drones, piloted from orbital stations, would brave the high gravity to extract iridium, osmium, and other valuable heavy metals. The Reapers did not overlook laconics in their sweep of the system, and the orbital stations are now destroyed. Douches! Oh. Heyo! Search unsuccessful. Scans of the planet's surface shows no evidence of Leviathan's energy signature. Continue your
No
search.
sign of Leviathan at these coordinates.
Oh. That's an asset? Oh, okay. Triginta Petra, a low-density planet in comparison to Earth. Triginta Petra is also drier, with wide land masses that are largely desert. Its dextro-chirality native life has yet to make it out of the oceans, primarily producing cyanobacteria, which provide a limited amount of oxygen in the atmosphere. A handful of Turian colonized the planet and attempted to introduce land plants. Their chief hurdle was the lack of good topsoil, which resulted in required imports and sophisticated farming practices to overcome. The farmer's maximum on Triginta Petra was, if you can last 5 seasons, you officially know what you're doing. Preliminary scans of Triginta Petra suggest that the Reapers judged its population too low to harvest and struck its colonies with kinetic impactors. They then moved on, trusting that the destruction of the food supplies' main arteries would finish off the inhabitants of such a poor world. And they were wrong. Oh dear. Nonetheless, there's only one other planet, so it could be worse. Dextro rations. We have Choitadix. A dwarf planet, Choitadix is notable for gold deposits, or gold deposited by an asteroid strike that, geologically speaking, happened fairly recently. Surveyors suspected Choitadix was once larger, but was reduced in size by the strike, which knocked enough material out of the planet to create misshapen moonlets. Its name, which means gap-tooth in a common Turian language, was retroactively added once scientists confirmed this hypothesis. It appears the pulverized orbital stations were abandoned as a preemptive move before the Reapers reached the cluster. The fate of the refugees is unknown. If they fled to Triginta Petra, the outlook is particularly poor. And so there's that.
Faster than light jump successful.
And so we'll go to Mill. And then whatever the other one's called. Boop. Oh, really? One of these. Hell yeah. Chokos is notable for being one of the few garden worlds in the Milky Way that is also part of a binary planet system. Both it and its heavenly twin Selvos are in a stable orbit with one another, in addition to orbiting the star Mill. Chokos' greenhouse gases lead to a hotter climate than Earth, and the solar eclipses caused by Selvos, while common, are not frequent enough to be a good solar shade. This did not prevent a colony from springing up, largely Asari and their varying species of mates. It was far from an idyllic settlement, like many Terminus worlds. It was rife with farmers growing psychoactive substances, armed gangs, and with genetic engineering that would be illegal in Council space. But aside from the maddening heat and photo period, it was quite habitable. The Reapers turned Chokos to rubble. Emergency broadcasts caught in the light cone coming from the planet indicate that the Reapers used ground forces to invade and spent little time harvesting. As they departed, the Reapers bombarded the planet from orbit, either because they needed to reinforce another front quickly, or had gathered the data on genetic engineering they needed. Oh. Is this going to be a Leviathan thing? A Leviathan probe. Oh no, Husk Neural Map. Woo! There we have Selvos. Chokos' binary twin is a barren world that always seemed like a better terraforming prospect than it is. Its temperatures are quite tolerable for sapient life, and its gravity is suitable for retaining a thick atmosphere. Its location, close to Chokos, makes for a tempting investment. Two garden worlds so close together would benefit from mutual trade, and if nothing else, tourism due to their near unique status. However, Selvos has minimal water. Early attempts at creating a hydrosphere met with slow progress that only Chokos' Asari could love. The death of the colonists on Selvos and Chokos have dashed any hope of terraforming in the near future. Selvos is now a wasteland of punctured domed habitats, and its orbital stations are slag. The Reapers have moved on. Elysia is a low-density world notable for its appearance in the Asari Ploitation Hollow. Blue Steel, one of humanity's first attempts to market entertainment galactically. The promotional campaign assured viewers that it was filmed on location in the most dangerous section of the galaxy, the Terminus systems. In fact, the cast and crew were relatively safe occupying a space station that orbited an unremarkable lifeless planet. The Sears space stations housed a largely Asari crew, teleoperating robo-mining of uranium. When Blue Steel was released, human audiences still thought of this as an exotic profession. Today it would induce yawns. The Reapers have destroyed the orbital stations around Elysia and have moved on. It is not known if anyone managed to escape. Oh. So what's this one? Terapso. A hydrogen-helium gas giant with an abundance of nitrogen in its atmosphere, Terapso was notable because of its independence from the government of Chorkos, as well as from any other governing body. As a result, it colonized moons and orbital stations overseeing the Helium-3 recovery were neutral meeting grounds for all manner of deals between Terminus governments, warlords, or crime figures. The Reapers appear to have cursorily bombarded many of the moons and machinery here. It is possible there are survivors. No plans exist detailing the extensive tunnel networks that were under the moon's surfaces. But it is likely that without rescue or food shipments, any inhabitants will die off soon. Whoa. Time to go scanning around. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Akraya. Tightly locked to its parent star, Mill, Akraya is a small rock planet that never bore much development due to the Asari on Chorkos and Selvos having limited resources and instead focusing their efforts on more welcoming worlds. Old scans indicate that it may have an abundance of nickel. Where's the wreckage? Oh. Mylassi. A sulcaceous asteroid, Mylassi is rich in olivine and pyrazine. The Asari colonizing Chorkos set up habitats on Mylassi, mostly to oversee a large-scale project in which smaller asteroids would be flown to Chorkos. There the olivine would be recovered and used in sequestering the planet's carbon dioxide. As with many Asari projects, this was expected to take decades or centuries before generating an appreciable effect on the planet's climate. The station here has been bombarded by the Reapers. The effect on the integrity of the asteroid is unknown, but it does not appear to be breaking apart just yet. Sometime soon, though. Shows no evidence of Leviathan's energy signature.
At these coordinates.
Okay. So we have Psi Toffet. There's not been any wreckage, so I hope I have enough fuel.
Signal confirmed.
Oh! 2181. Is that Ubilos? Like the other planets in the system, 2181 Ubilos is an unknown quantity. It appears to be a hydrogen-helium gas giant surrounded by the usual complement of moons and rings. Scans reveal no detectable artificial satellites. Oh. So 2181 Orion? This rock planet is only known from space probes, and there are no records of its exploration. It appears to have a moderate atmosphere of hydrogen and helium over an icy surface. Oh, there's gotta be a thing. Yeah, wreckage or something. What the heck? I guess not. So 2181 Despoina. This planet was only spotted recently by human space probes, and no records indicate it has been explored since. Scans indicate it is covered in an ocean of liquid water and has a nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere. It is highly likely to have at least some photosynthetic life. Oh. Wait. Scans reveal a faint trace of Leviathan's energy signature. Closer examination required for confirmation. Oh.
These coordinates match our trace of Leviathan.
Oh, that is 100. Oh. Alright. So I couldn't find anything else then. Despoiler. Yeah, it should be simple. Well, maybe. Alright, Tarly and Eddie. So, finding Leviathan. I'm curious what the reward for this is going to end up being. Oh, there's level 59. Am I getting there?
Cortez, what's the status on the probe we launched?
Tracking it now, Commander. I've confirmed that Leviathan's signal originates from this planet. Heard how, Anne helped us locate it. It's pretty spooky stuff.
What are we expecting to find?
Dr. Bryson classified Leviathan as a Reaper killer. It appears it doesn't wish to be found.
It doesn't have a choice. We're here.
But after that? If it's a Reaper, even one that went rogue, do we really want help from something like that?
Nobody says we have to be friends with it. But if this thing has the rest of the Reapers worried, then we need its help.
Commander, new readings from the probe. It's narrowed down Leviathan's location. You're not gonna like it.
Why?
Let's hear it.
There's nothing but ocean. I show a concentration of structures floating on the surface, but the probe's giving us a signal below that. Way below.
Underwater?
Looks that way. The shuttle should still be able to reach it.
Oh, wow.
That's possible?
The Kodiak is spec'd to nearly 1,000 atmospheres, but I've never actually tested that.
Guess we're gonna find out.
Oh dear.
Some kind of pulse hit us! Systems are shutting down! Brace for impact!
Holy crap. Well, we just got grounded. For some reason.
Everyone all right?
My suit's intact. Maybe a few bruises under it.
How's the shuttle, Cortez?
Checking now. I'll see if I can get power restored.
Copy that. We'll look around.
It would seem others have been stranded here as well. We aren't the first to encounter that pulse.
Could be Leviathan's last line of defense.
Hang on. Aton Brooks. The whole will hold, that's what they say. Whatever God watches over Ezo, prospectors came through for us. Despite a hell of a smack in the water landing, the MSV Monarch displaces enough air to stay afloat. We're all thankful we're alive. Captain Pratt even ordered the champagne broken out. Helps perspective, I guess. The big puzzle, what downed us in the first place? Kunshin said it wasn't lightning, it was some kind of pulse. A directed energy weapon seems likely, but where would it have come from? There's no radio traffic, the whole bloody ocean is silent. Tonight the techs are going to try rerouting the power to get a good mass drop before getting the thrusters firing. If all goes well, we'll be airborne in 24 hours. Shen Kunshin. Attempts to get airborne have failed every time. The damage done by the pulses, if you could call it damage, doesn't make physical sense. The connections aren't fried, but the Monarch's thrusters disengage. The distress beacon is likewise dead, but most of our electronics are still functioning. Doesn't seem to be a result of shielding. Without a distress beacon, we've got no chance. I hear bad things about ration supplies, and I think that's why the captain ordered us to collect rainwater and set up tents on the deck. It keeps us busy. Brooks has been talking about using the Triton's weapons to try blast fishing. I agree, but I haven't seen anything that looks like a fish. I wish I were an optimist. Oh dear.
Any idea how old these are?
The bones are untouched by scavengers. If they rotted clean from humidity and exposure, it might take more than a year.
explains why no one gets out of here.
Dr. Chai Lin, the rations will hold us 2 days more. Brooks sent a drone to the bottom, and it came up with bioluminescent plant life. None of it is edible. I warned the crew not to eat it before my tests were done, but Romero and Mullins tried it anyway. They haven't stopped vomiting, and their dehydration wastes fresh water. We sent Kunshan's team on a raft over to the wrecks. They came back with spheres at some kind of organic-based alien technology, but nothing to eat. I want to believe they'll give us some answers, but if they had helped the other ships figure out what happened, they wouldn't be here. Now would they? It's getting cold. Oh. Another artifact? Captain Abel Pratt. So Ramos is our first death. He tried to throw one of the spheres over